Sumit sat alone in the corner of his family's Delhi home, the phone in his hand lighting up with unread messages from Jenny. For the first time since they met, he didn't know what to say to her. Their love story had always been full of battles against culture, age, and family. But this time, it felt like the war was lost. Jenny had always feared this day would come, the day Sumit would be forced to choose between her and his family once again. But after everything they'd been through, after every tear, every fight, and every promise, she never imagined he would actually walk away. The tension began weeks ago when Sumit's parents, Anil and Sadhna, paid a surprise visit. They had heard rumors that Jenny wanted to take Sumit back to the US permanently. That idea enraged them. For them, it wasn't just about distance, it was about honor. They had endured humiliation in their community for allowing their son to marry a woman 30 years older. When they arrived, they didn't bring blessings. They brought an ultimatum. Sadhna told her son, "You married her against our wishes. You embarrassed us in front of everyone. Now you want to leave India? You can go, but if you do, you are no longer our son." Sumit froze. He had faced this conversation before, but never with such finality. His father quietly said, "If you step on that plane, you are dead to us." Jenny overheard everything. She wanted to speak up, but her voice cracked. She couldn't fight anymore. Not after years of being told she wasn't good enough. Not after being blamed for breaking a family apart. She walked out quietly, tears falling on her phone screen as she typed, "I love you, Sumit, but I can't keep begging for your love." Days later, Sumit received news that Jenny had returned to Palm Springs. She had left without saying goodbye. That's when things began to spiral for Sumit. His parents believed they had finally broken the curse of his forbidden marriage. They told neighbors that Sumit was free again, that he had come to his senses. But Sumit wasn't free. He was broken. He tried to return to work, but the reality hit hard. Jenny was more than his wife. She was his peace. Without her, his world felt empty. Even his parents noticed his silence. But instead of sympathy, they told him to move on. Then came the shocking twist. TLC producers reached out to Jenny for the next season of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. They wanted to document her life in California after leaving Sumit. And for the first time, Jenny said yes. When Sumit heard the news, he panicked. Seeing Jenny on TV, moving on without him, would destroy him. He called her again and again. She didn't answer. Finally, one day she did. Her voice was calm, but cold. "Why, Sumit? Why did you let them win again?" He tried to explain how he was trapped, how his parents had threatened to disown him. But Jenny was tired of excuses. "I gave up my country, my family, my friends, everything for you," she said. "And all I asked was that you stand by me." Sumit couldn't speak. Jenny ended the call with 6 words that echoed in his heart. "You lost me, Sumit, forever this time." Weeks passed. Photos began to surface online. Jenny smiling again, surrounded by friends, visiting her daughter in California. She looked peaceful. And then the rumors started that Jenny might be dating again. Whether true or not, they hit Sumit like a punch. Sumit's parents celebrated. They told relatives, "Jenny is gone. Sumit is finally saved." But the truth was the opposite. Sumit stopped eating properly. He stopped going out. The man who once fought for love now barely spoke. Then one evening, he saw a clip on social media. Jenny being interviewed about her time in India. When asked about Sumit, she smiled sadly and said, "I still love him. But love isn't enough when respect isn't there." Those words broke him. That night, Sumit wrote a long message and posted it publicly. It read, "Jenny, I know I failed you. I let my fear control me. I let others decide our happiness. If you ever see this, please know, I still love you. I will always love you. I don't deserve forgiveness, but I am asking for it anyway." The post went viral among 90 Day Fiancé fans. Thousands of comments flooded in, some blaming Sumit, others defending him. But the overwhelming message was clear. Love shouldn't require constant sacrifice. Soon after, Sumit's family confronted him again, furious that he embarrassed them online. His mother screamed, "You promised to end this chapter. Now you're begging her again." That's when Sumit finally snapped. "You took everything from me," he shouted. "My peace, my wife, my happiness, all gone because of your pride." The argument ended with Sadhna saying something no parent should ever say, "Then you can leave this house forever." And he did. Sumit walked out that night with nothing but a small backpack and his passport. He didn't know where he was going, but he knew one thing: he couldn't live under their control anymore. He found a small apartment in Delhi and began working again. Friends say he's changed, quieter, more thoughtful. He still hasn't spoken to Jenny, but he keeps her photos on his desk. As months pass, rumors swirl that TLC might feature their separate journeys in the next Happily Ever After season. Fans speculate that Sumit might finally try to visit Jenny in the US. Not to fix the past, but to apologize face-to-face. Whether that happens or not, one thing is clear: Sumit lost everything: his family's approval, his peace, and the woman who stood by him for a decade. Jenny, meanwhile, seems to have found new strength. She's been sharing posts about self-love, independence, and forgiveness. Not directed at anyone, but it's clear who she's thinking of. For fans of 90 Day Fiancé, this story feels like the end of an era. The couple who once defied every obstacle now stand on opposite sides of the world, one rebuilding from heartbreak, the other learning to live without fear. And maybe that's the lesson hidden beneath all the drama. Sometimes love doesn't die, it just teaches you what you deserve. The cold Delhi night had turned silent, except for the sound of Sumit's footsteps echoing down the narrow street. He had nowhere to go, but anywhere was better than that house filled with judgment and resentment. The street lights flickered, and for the first time in years, he felt completely alone. No Jenny, no parents, just the sound of his own guilt chasing him. Days passed, and life became a blur of empty hours. Sumit rented a tiny room near the outskirts of the city. He tried to keep himself busy with work, but every corner of that room reminded him of Jenny. Her laughter, her cooking, the way she used to hum songs while cleaning. The silence was unbearable. He stopped watching 90 Day Fiancé completely. The show that once celebrated their love now felt like a mirror reflecting his biggest failure. Fans on social media still tagged him in old clips, calling him a coward, a mama's boy, a man who didn't deserve Jenny. He didn't respond, because deep down, he agreed with them. One morning, a delivery arrived at his door, a small package from the United States. His hands trembled as he opened it. Inside was a framed photo of the two of them from their wedding day, with a handwritten note attached. It said only 5 words: "I forgive you, but goodbye." Those words shattered him again. Forgiveness meant peace for Jenny, but goodbye meant he was no longer part of that peace. Meanwhile, in California, Jenny's life slowly began to heal. Her daughter, Christina, encouraged her to focus on herself. Jenny started gardening again, joined a local women's group, and began sharing her story at support events about love and cultural struggle. TLC filmed part of it, showing a strong, independent woman rediscovering her worth after years of compromise. But even in her strength, there were nights Jenny sat by the window and whispered, "I wish it could have been different." Back in India, Sumit tried to reach out one last time. He sent her an email, not begging this time, but simply sharing his truth. He wrote, "Jenny, I know you've forgiven me, but I can't forgive myself. You showed me what love was, and I let fear destroy it. I am working, I am healing, but every day without you reminds me what real loss feels like." Jenny read it weeks later, but didn't reply. She saved it, though maybe part of her heart still wanted to believe that people can change. Months went by, and news broke that TLC planned to film a reunion episode featuring former couples. Producers contacted both Jenny and Sumit separately. At first, she refused. But later, she agreed, not for drama, but for closure. When filming began, they met in a quiet studio, surrounded by cameras but also by memories. Sumit looked older, thinner, and more serious. Jenny, on the other hand, looked peaceful, her eyes soft, not angry anymore. The producer asked if they were ready to talk. Sumit nodded, eyes lowered. Jenny said calmly, "We can talk." For a moment, silence filled the air. Then Sumit spoke. "I was afraid, Jenny. Not of you, but of losing everyone else. I thought I could balance both worlds. I ended up losing both." Jenny listened without interruption. "You didn't just lose me, Sumit," she said quietly. "You lost the chance to be the man I always believed you could be." Tears rolled down his face. He whispered, "If I could turn back time, I would walk out of that house with you." Jenny smiled sadly. "You say that now, but you didn't then. That's the difference." The crew remained silent. No one dared break that emotional stillness. Sumit took a deep breath and said something unexpected. "I am leaving India." Jenny blinked in surprise. "What?" He nodded. "I applied for a work visa. I don't know where I'll go yet, but I can't stay here anymore. I have to start over for me." Jenny looked down. "That's brave. Maybe now you'll finally understand what it's like to choose yourself." They didn't hug, but in that moment, a quiet understanding passed between them. It wasn't reconciliation, but it was peace. After filming ended, the crew packed up, but Sumit stayed in the empty studio for a while, staring at the chair where Jenny had sat. He whispered softly, "Thank you for forgiving me." A few months later, fans spotted Sumit in Dubai, working for a travel company. His new life seemed calm. He didn't post much online, but when he did, it was usually about gratitude, growth, and second chances. Jenny continued her life in California, focusing on health and happiness. She posted occasional throwbacks but avoided mentioning Sumit directly. Still, every now and then, she'd share a quote about love surviving in silence, a quiet hint that her heart hadn't forgotten completely. Then, during a 90-day Fiancé reunion special, host Sean Robinson asked Jenny, "If Sumit ever came back, would you meet him again?" Jenny smiled. "Maybe not for love, but for closures. Because no matter how things ended, he was a huge part of my life." Fans flooded social media with emotional reactions. Some hoped for a reunion. Others believed it was best they stayed apart. As the credits rolled, a message appeared, "To be continued," leaving viewers wondering if the story was truly over. Behind the cameras, Sumit sat watching that same episode online, thousands of miles away. When Jenny's words reached him, he smiled faintly and whispered, "Maybe one day." That night, he opened his journal and wrote something that would later be shared widely by fans. Love doesn't always mean staying. Sometimes it means letting go and becoming better apart. It was the end of one chapter and the quiet beginning of another. For both Jenny and Sumit, the pain had shaped them, the distance had freed them, and the memories, those would remain forever. Jenny has finally had enough when it comes to waiting for Sumit to marry her. On Sunday's Season 3 premiere of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, Jenny lost her temper at Sumit like viewers have never seen before, after he once again told her that a marriage doesn't seem to be in their future. Jenny, 63, has forgiven Sumit, 32, for plenty of major problems in their almost 10-year relationship, from him catfishing her when they first connected online to him secretly being in an arranged marriage without telling her, not to mention the intense opposition they faced when it comes to his family and friends, given their significant age difference. But Jenny noted that she and Sumit would need to get married soon since her visa was set to expire, meaning she would have to return to the United States. "Every time we try to get married, something stops us every single time," Jenny told cameras. "Now I feel like there are no other options for us to get married. But I'm not ready to leave the country, and I'm definitely not ready to leave Sumit." For Jenny's birthday, Sumit took her to go see an astrologer, which Jenny doesn't believe in. And as Jenny feared, the astrology warned them not to rush their marriage. "Whatever that astrologer says, I don't care," Jenny said. "Sumit needs to marry me. I mean, it's sad. I wish that the man that I love could just make a decision and stop listening to anybody else, be it your mom, your parents, anybody, and go ahead and do what you want to do. This is what you say you want, then let's do it. Keep me here, let's stay together, and let's be happy. This is what we both want." Later, Jenny got an email saying her application for a visa extension was closed instead of approved, which had never happened to her before. Sumit called a travel agent and asked if they could possibly go to another country to be together, but further complicating the situation is that Sumit revealed that his former in-laws took his passport. After it became clear that getting married was the only option for Jenny to stay in India, Sumit was still hesitant to go against his parents and get married. At this point, Jenny ran out of patience. "We've been living in this house for a long time together. This is my life," she told him. "And now I have to go back to America? Back to nothing again? This is ridiculous. I can't keep doing this. I'm ruining my life basically, you know that? You promised me we were gonna get married this time. I wouldn't have came back. Now I have to leave the country. And how many times can I keep believing you? She continued. I'm gonna marry you, Jenny. Keep coming back. Okay. I'll leave everything and I'll come back and let's get married. It's always because of your parents, though. It's always because of your parents every time. First time, second time, third time. Always. I'm gonna leave and go back to America and I'm not gonna come back. Why would I come back for the fourth time? Why? Sumit told her that she should understand his situation by now, and at this point, Jenny got up from her chair and exploded at him. I'm not gonna keep coming back and leaving every damn 6 months, she yelled, throwing a chair. I'm not gonna keep doing it. You're not gonna keep telling me you're gonna marry me. You're F***king. Not. That's it. I'm done with all this crap. F***ku Sumit. I'm never listening to you again. Booking my flight and I'm F***king leaving. Jenny spoke to ET ahead of the season 3 premiere of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, and she talked about the dramatic moment. I've been through a lot and I've put up with a lot, she said of her feelings at the time. And I got to the point where, you know how it is, I can't take it anymore. As for Sumit, he cracked, in love you have to push your limit. I always feel like we love each other. The best thing is we listen to each other whenever it's required and we understand. Sumit did tell ET that push comes to shove, he would marry Jenny against his parents' wishes. I keep on trying as much as I can, Sumit said about convincing his parents to accept his and Jenny's relationship. After all that, after I feel like I've put in all the effort to convince them and show them how happy I am with Jenny and that's what I want in my life, after that if they don't understand then, no point in that, I think I will go ahead and marry Jenny. 90 Day Fiancé's Jenny and Sumit are addressing speculation that they've finally tied the knot after nearly a decade of dating and a whole lot of drama in India. ET's Melissa Johnson spoke to the couple ahead of the premiere of the new season of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, and they talked about where their relationship currently stands. Sumit said that he and Jenny, who got engaged last season, have actually been trying to tie the knot since 2013. As fans know, they've faced a lot of obstacles, from Sumit previously being in an arranged marriage and keeping it a secret from Jenny to his mom, Sana, threatening to commit suicide if he marries her. Sumit's parents are not supportive of his and Jenny's relationship given their significant age difference. Jenny is 61 and Sumit is 32, which makes it all the more shocking that in this season, Sana wants to live with Sumit and Jenny to see how she would be as a wife. This is the process we're kind of in between, trying to convince the family, bring them together and all that, and that's why my mom's going to come to our house and live together, and let's see, Sumit says. This is her idea to come together and see how Jenny can be a good wife. It's her idea to come live with us to see if I can take care of him or not, Jenny adds. Sumit said that he and Jenny are happy together, and that's what he wanted to show his mom. While the two played coy about whether they've tied the knot or not, Sumit did shockingly say that he would marry Jenny despite his parents' objections, the very reason why they haven't already gotten married despite Jenny's visa being set to expire. Clearly, Jenny has had enough of waiting, throwing a chair in the preview when the two again start arguing about when they're going to get married. This is the process we're kind of in between, trying to convince the family, bring them together and all that, and that's why my mom's going to come to our house and live together, and let's see, Sumit says. This is her idea to come together and see how Jenny can be a good wife. It's her idea to come live with us to see if I can take care of him or not, Jenny adds. Sumit said that he and Jenny are happy together, and that's what he wanted to show his mom. While the two played coy about whether they've tied the knot or not, Sumit did shockingly say that he would marry Jenny despite his parents' objections, the very reason why they haven't already gotten married despite Jenny's visa being set to expire. Clearly, Jenny has had enough of waiting, throwing a chair in the preview when the two again start arguing about when they're going to get married. I keep on trying as much as I can, Sumit says about convincing his parents to accept his and Jenny's relationship. After all that, after I feel like I've put in all the effort to convince them and show them how happy I am with Jenny and that's what I want in my life, after that if they don't understand then, no point in that, I think I will go ahead and marry Jenny. Jenny said she hopes to bring Sana back on her good side after the two were previously close, even living together for 4 months. Sana said on the show that the relationship soured after she found out Jenny was dating her son, Although Jenny previously claimed to ET that Sana was lying and knew that she and Sumit had been dating since 2011 after connecting online. She loved me once, I'm pretty sure that she can love me again, she notes. She just needs to give me a chance and come and live with us and see how we are. I think she'll come around. It's going to take some work, but I'm hopeful it will happen. A lot has happened, she adds, of where her relationship with Sumit's parents stands today after they previously told her and Sumit that they would never accept a marriage between them. Some improvements have been made. So now I'm just happy that at least everyone's trying. Sumit said he will continue to keep fighting for his and Jenny's unconventional relationship. In order to get love, I need to stay strong and keep explaining, keep fighting for love, keep showing people that we are happy, and that's most